Good morning or afternoon or evening or whatever it is. My name is Chase Cunningham or Dr. Cunningham or Dr. Zero Trust, whatever. I'm talking with people all the time, and I'm talking with somebody that I think has built something really interesting. And I think the market needs to look at this. Cody Kennedy with K's has built Connect with K's. So, Cody, let's talk about who you are, where you've been, and why you built this thing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting me and having me. So my name is Cody Kennedy, founder of Connect.io. I originally, it was a little over 3 years ago, I was reached out to by a startup cybersecurity company and I had no idea what cyber was. And from there, fast forward, I knew the ins and outs of being an SDR and that's what the job was. And so I was actually on a post or I was on LinkedIn and I came across a post that it was by a CISO and he was like, look, I love technology. That's why I made a career out of it. There's over 4,000 vendors. And he was like, I really just don't have 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour to give you your time or give you to demo your product. And then he said, but with that being said, no means no. Stop harassing me. And after a long old spiel, the bottom sentence said there has to be a better form of communication between your buyers and sellers. And so it clicked. And from there, we've iterated since, but Connect bridges communication gap between buyers and sellers and allows both parties to engage anonymously and keep that mutual respect factor. And we do not sell personal data.
So, like LinkedIn, I guess you could say, but with more of a privacy factor, and then you built some other stuff on top of that. And I guess let's get into the value proposition here. If I'm a buyer, what's my value prop? If I'm a vendor, what's my value prop? Like, why should I care?
So if you're, well, first let me ask you, do you like getting cold called?
Fuck no, I don't like getting cold call.
Do you
Nobody.
do you read spam emails?
No, I don't. If they're really bad, I'll freaking put them out there on like in public blast. Like, look, this asshole just tried to invite me for I love it when I get the ones now that are like, hey, would you give me 15 minutes for $100 gift card? I'm like, that's trash.
Yeah, let me talk to your marketing manager on that one. But
I mean, I like free shit, but not
uh,
that much.
on a side note, I actually received a letter in the mail last week. And I was
Old
like,
school.
I've never called him back, or I didn't call him, but I was like, dang, that's actually not a bad idea. But I just lost my train of thought. The value for buyers is so you could go to Connect and you can research, compare, review, contrast, but directly engage anonymously, real time with the vendor. And with that being, and you could, I mean, there's a lot of other things you could do. Like we have an exclusive community channel but I don't want to get off topic because our main thing is bridging that communication gap. And so I just want to hone in on that. Your information isn't sold, but once you're ready to formally communicate, that's when you can reveal yourself. And then from there, you can request and have demo calls with vendors as well. You could do that anonymously. And then if I'm on the buy or on the vendor side, the seller side, why is this important to me? Well, no longer do you have to pay per lead. You don't have Connect is an unbiased platform and it's not pay to play either. And so if you think about back in the day when you used to pay for text messaging and now we have everyone has unlimited data packages that includes unlimited texting. That's what I want to or what I'm going to transform the industry on is getting away from the whole pay per lead, pay to play. And here comes Connect because I built it coming from a startup. I had that startup mentality and wanted to give all the little guys a shot at the table, just like the big guys. And so if I'm a vendor, I kind of how when I was architecting it and building it, I took a step back and realized, or I thought about what metrics does my sales team track, and what does my VP of sales hone in on the most, and like what is he always constantly like trying to figure out. And so I implemented all those metrics and I could go down a rabbit hole.
That's the value. It's well, value proposition for software can always be many things, and I mean, I've seen kind of what you've built, so I think that it makes sense. I guess the follow-on question to that, if I put my vendor analyst hat, is like, well, can I do this with LinkedIn and my CRM and whatever else? Like, what's the cool factor of another platform? So if I'm a vendor, right? Currently, I'm a vendor and I'm selling software and whatever, and life is going on, and I'm fat, dumb, and happy. And then there's Connect, which is a new capability.
Mhm.
I could say, well, I can do a lot of the things that Connect does with my CRM and my LinkedIn and my marketing platform or whatever else, kind of as, a solution set.
Mhm.
Now, your point as the inventor, builder of Connect is sure you could, but here's why this is better. The question I'm trying
Yeah.
to get to is like, what's the
Well,
why? If I put a gun to your head, why is this better? Why?
if I was a vendor, I would want to go on Connect because it's quality over quantity. Connect provides both. You just have to get to a certain point of growth. And the quality is when a user is reaching out to me, I personally verify. We have verified connect. I call them verified connectors, and I personally do that. And so I know if someone reaches out to me, it's not some BS. If someone reaches out to me, I'm not paying. I'm X amount of money because they're a Fortune 500 CISO who maybe has a project. You're not paying. You're not paid per lead, meaning I've heard of companies and vendors paying um, $1,800 just to sit for someone, and then they just gamify the system and then go about that. You can onboard your entire sales team. Everything is routed just like Salesforce, but you can onboard your entire sales team. You get to see how the status of their project when they reach out to you. When I call them connectors. Connector reaches out to a buyer before they can. They have to indicate, okay, do I have an active project? Do I want more information? Meaning I could have a project next year Q4, or am I just simply exploring? And so me as a vendor, I can say, okay, connector, company name, the status of the project, and job title, and I'm not paying per. It's unlimited. Then why not? You know.
Okay, so that makes sense. So then what's the line on the onboarding critical mass side for Connect? Because I mean, you're like the approach makes tons of sense to me, but then in the context of
It's like a social plus platform, like, it doesn't work unless people do.
right, so how are you gonna go about getting people on there to start doing cool shit?
I've become best friends with Doctor Zero Trust.
But the CISO side is also like interesting because sometimes those people don't want to, even if they think they're anonymous, sometimes those folks just don't want to participate. So I guess that's kind of where if I also take the stance of, okay, I'm a CISO, what's the real value? What am I getting out of it as a CISO, I guess is my question.
Um, I'm gonna spin that. How much do you value your privacy?
I mean, I value my privacy a lot. No one else does, but I value it a lot.
So it's, I think of it as, shopping for a car. Everyone shop for a car, but I personally hate it, and this is actually my pitch if you think about it. So I'd rather traditionally, if you go to a platform, let's say I don't know, car guru or whatever. Traditionally, the process is you see vehicles that you like, but you see a description, you see maybe how many miles, but to see if the vehicle is still available, you have to submit your phone number, your email, damn near all the way down to your social security number at this point nowadays. And what happens next? You are bombarded and swamped by salesmen and salespeople. Sorry. And from there, so imagine that same process, but you can directly engage real time anonymously with that car salesperson. I would do that all day, every day, personally,
Sure.
because I'm still getting calls from San Antonio like Chrysler Jeep Dodge, and it's the really most annoying shit in the world.
Yeah, I bought a truck like 6 months ago, and I'm still getting calls about, "Hey, would you like to check it out?" I'm like, "Dude, that ship has already sailed." I'm
It's
like,
in my driveway. Thanks.
"Yeah, I
I
mean,
did
it's a
check it
nice
out. I check it
truck,
out every
but
day. I'm like, yeah, I check it out every day. Appreciate it.
yeah, thanks for for waiting 6 months to get a hold of me." So I can understand that too, and then I guess the side of it really is like you said, it's quality over quantity, and it sounds like you're pushing for a lot of fidelity in the conversations, right? Like, if I'm a vendor, I should know if they've got, a project and they've got resources, and this is like something they actually care about, or if they're just a looky-loo, and looky-loos are fine, but they potentially are a waste of my sales team's efforts.
Exactly. And that's another reason why I priced Connect the way I did is because I know the traditional, like how much vendors tradition. I don't know if we're allowed to get into all that right
Then
now.
you can say whatever you want. It's my show. I don't give a
Oh,
shit.
all right. All right. So traditionally speaking, on a conservative, I have numbers that go against this, but to be conservative for public reasons, leads come down to $198.88 a lead. And then around 22,000 and some change are acquired per year on average per vendor. With that being said, 75% of those are immediately unqualified. So that leaves you 25%, right? 79% of that 25% never end in a sale. And so might as well take $3.1 to $4.1 million and just light it on fire because that's what you're wasting. The reason why I pressed connect the way I did, their most expensive is 10 grand a month, and that's it. There's no catches, anything. But I priced it that way because I cannot guarantee a sell. I cannot guarantee X, Y. I cannot guarantee someone's going to reach out to you. It's not my job to sell your product. It's my job to help you sell the interest to learn more and encourage and instead of and get people to reach out to you. And so I priced it the way I did because of that reason. It's like if it, in sales, you have to qualify in, qualify out. If someone reaches out to you and it's an amazing lead and all that, awesome. But if not, and like, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. It's like, would you rather have one conversation or would you rather have no or 10 conversations and then 4 of them are actual projects, but you get to have 10 conversations about your technology? Like, word spreads, people remember things. So especially if you're a startup, what at Access, we had to do a lot of educational selling. And that's how I got people to sit for meetings. I'm like, hey, I'm not, I literally say, I'm not calling to sell you anything before
But
I introduce my name. I'd be like, hey, just let you know I'm not calling to sell anything. And so, because I wanted to get their guard down, like, oh shit, thank God. Worked, I'd say like 80% of the time. And then
sure.
like, look, you have no idea who we are, but we're my company, Access Access Security. I used to work from, got acquired by HP, whatever. But we're holding educational sessions for individuals that have a passion about learning about modern technology. And then I would do that before introducing what the hell Access did, because I'd be like, well, yeah, I like technology, but what type of technology? Because you want to keep the conversation going. And so I just paint the picture. I compare, say, our competitor, and then be like all that in one. Just give them the sales pitch. And so that, just like that, like, you want to have conversations like that, and that's just how I was able to do it. And so, with that being said, if I could have a conversation as an SDR, didn't have to cold call people. I
Is
mean, I
there
already up, but it's up to their manager to adopt it.
yeah. Is there a fee for, like, non-vendors that wanna be part of it?
Completely free. And then to go above that, because you asked earlier about the value behind it. Other than for users, other than keeping your data yours, we have a think of uh, think of LinkedIn, but locked down, and you can only get in with approval by this guy. And so, I mean, we've all heard of like those infamous Slack channels, and they're awesome. Like, I love them, but I was not trying to replace that whole Slack community. I wanted to help because I was tired of seeing, honestly, I was tired of seeing bitching on LinkedIn. And I was like, all right, then I'll just build a solution.
That's the type of shit I love because I see, there's so many people that come up with tech that's like, great, you built something, but why? Whereas what you're talking about is, I saw a bunch of people bitching and moaning about a problem and I built something to solve it. And then the funny thing is, now you're coming around trying to convince them to buy the solution that you heard them bitching and moaning about. So
Yeah, it's like, hey, mom, what's 2 plus 2? It's like, I'm giving you the answer. I'm getting yelled at for building the answer.
yeah, I mean, you lead a horse to water, but you can't hold a son bitch's head under till it drowns.
Yeah, that's exactly what my coach used to say. He used to say, you know that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And he used to be like, well, I'll grab that fucker by the neck and hold him underwater, and he's either gonna die or is he gonna figure it out.
Drink or drown, one of the two. Yeah.
And but yeah, in terms of growth, what was the idea date was November 8th, 2022 at 8:16 p.m. is the time I read the LinkedIn post, and then yeah, I've been bootstrapped since, and that's why, I mean, we're slowly getting there, but it takes some time. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna name the name or anything, but I'm not gonna, yeah, knock on wood, maybe.
No, fingers crossed for you. So yeah. So I mean, I think that makes tons of sense. We're a demo force. We're gonna partner up with you because I think we see a real opportunity to do some cool things there. For the folks that do listen to this, I'm gonna put a video together of Cody and I kind of running through Connect and seeing how things work. But if you're, I guess, Cody, like, I always like to leave people with something of either don't do this and you'll be better off or whatever else. Like, what's your takeaway on the whole Connect piece of this equation?
For demo.
No, just in general, like, whatever. I mean, the reason I think this is interesting is I want to be, like you said, I want to be anonymous on there. I want to be able to try out products. I want to be able to communicate and not deal with the bullshit. From a vendor perspective, having been at a vendor and,
Mhm.
worked with tons of them, I totally get why it's valuable to be able to get really good leads. Because I mean, we just left Black Hat. I've got emails in my email right now that somebody's got
Oh,
they got 8,000 leads. So what?
yeah. I would say so. Connect is a lot of people don't like change, and that's one of the hardest things. I'm that, or I guess our hurdle, because well, I'm biased, and no one's gonna know my baby more than I do, you know. And so that's one thing. It's new. Connect is new, and the concept is new. And so think about like, and this is, I mean, you can't really compare apples and oranges, but when Zero Trust came out and everyone was like, no, I'm sticking with my VPN. And they're just like, you don't know what you don't know. And so, with that being said, you have, try it. It's not going to be an overnight fix. Like, that's just how it is. And so, if you don't buy in and try something new and you don't give it a chance, then you're just going to get sucked back into the traditional methods of paying out the ass for everything, or continuing having your fingers typed on LinkedIn because you're tired of being bitched at. It's going to take an actual community as a whole to buy in and to take a step back and be like, huh, fuck, the solution's right in front of my face. But like I said, Connect's not for everyone. So I'll keep like put that out there. That's fine. It's going to change the world.
I mean, I like big, lofty goals. So that makes tons of sense. All right, folks. So when you're out there, connect.io with a K, not a C, and Cody Kennedy with Ks, not Cs. If
I
you're
swear to
looking
God,
for,
I'm KKK.
I mean, hey, it's,
Putting that out there.
yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I like the way that your parents thought.
Yeah.
Make it, make it clean,
My middle initial's A. So
not Cody, Kyle, or something
yeah,
like that.
no, my dad, their middle name's Keith with a K.
Oh, wow. Good thing you didn't get Keith.
Yeah, he's EKK and I'm KAK.
All right, that's okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. You don't want to be with that other K in the middle there. That could be trouble.
No,
All right, so we'll do some demo videos and recordings and put this out. But if you're looking for it, go look at connect.io. If you're a CISO or you're somebody that just wants to evaluate tech, there's no cost to you.
yeah, it's
What else?
free. It's free. Always will be free. And I would also love to hear feedback. I would love learning. And so just if you want, if y'all try it out, rip it to shreds. Don't hack me, but rip it to shreds and just honest feedback. Honesty is what I like.
It's awesome. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Connect.io with a K. Reach out, learn, try something new. Don't be scared of new stuff. As always, Dr. Zero Trust Show. Stay smart, stay safe, stay secure. Catch you on the next one.
Thank you.
All right. So, Chase Cunningham, Cody Kennedy, Dr. Zero Trust, Demo Force, and Cody Kennedy at Connect. Cody, let's talk about what this is and kind of what our experience is within Connect itself.
Sweet. So appreciate it. Thank you for reminding me. Well, what we're looking at right now is this is as a connector. So I'm going to take a step back and explain. So Connecto we have three different user types. Okay, there you have your connector and then partner. But for a partner, you also have a rep. So I'd like to say your buyer, your seller, and your selling team, because vendors can onboard their entire sales team. And so what we're looking at right now, this is from a user, a buyer, IT practitioner, whatever the hell you want to call them. And it's free, by the way. And so as soon as I log in, this is what I see. And what we're looking at is the explore page. You're immediately prompted with our partners and our customers. And look at that. But so you could see these guys or these vendors, they're the ones that are on that are going to respond to you. And so, yeah. And then
So
from
like
here,
right now, I'm in here as a CISO and I want to go check out, I don't know, discern security.
yeah. So discern. So you come here and you can see, oh, sweet. Well, I know that, see, verified partner. That's awesome. Well, what does view mean? Let's get into all that. View, this is, you can view all the information about vendors that they have populated on their profile. I'm working on some enrichment features right now, but you just scroll down here, you have your about, you can read the full description, but then you also have, oh, I scrolled past it, my bad, the product categories that they fall under. And then you can go to their website, you can go to their LinkedIn. But okay, say you really like the information you're reading, or and you've already had a conversation with them, you can actually come in here and schedule and have a demo with them as well. They upload the vendors puts in their availability. So if I want to shoot them an invite or a request, I can. And but then you could go through discerns products. Well, I guess
Where you're pulling all this information from like a variety of sources, right? Like where does all that data come from?
it is all self-served. Um,
Okay.
so I spent a long time uh getting a bunch of information from vendors and like going to their website and all that stuff. But now uh, I allow vendors to customize their entire profile because I'm just like, look, if you're imagine like a dating app, you want it to look good and you want people to reach out to. And so that's how I describe it is like this is your time to showcase your products and services. And um
And right now I'm totally anonymized in here as a
yeah, you're so I'm gonna show my demo account because it's a lot more grand. You get the actual picture. So yeah, you can come here, you can schedule a meeting, and then this is what it looks like if they put in their availability. And then you hit okay, I want to meet at 10 a.m. You schedule a call. Meeting schedule to connect. All right, sweet. Well, what does that matter to me? Where does that go? I'll get into that in a second. Say you're looking at the products and solutions. You go down. I'm still working on some. Actually, no. I would love everyone to rip it to shreds because at the end of the day, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, and I love feedback. You have to have feelings for them to be hurt. Um, but use cases, you can see your products, product solutions, use cases, media and demos, and they're just hyperlinks. And then white papers, if they have any uploaded, you can go view them. Then the security specs and like their certs and all that crap. This was actually a request. The personal notes. This was a request out of for trade shows. If I'm a CISO and I'm talking to a vendor, well, I'd like to leave a note and like who I talked to and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, you could put them in your notes or whatever, but this gets to what they don't like the whole. Hey, I'm an SDO. I'm gonna call you. I really enjoyed our conversation at Black Hat, and you're like, who the fuck are you? Like, and then you're like, wait, did I talk to you? And so this helps like the whole, yeah, going down that path. But all right, so if we have um, let's call it I want to share connect with you, right? So the reason behind the link is you can send it to people, and if they do have an account, it's just gonna log them in, cool. But if they don't have an account, and this is the only information you'd be able to. It would literally look just like this. I built it like this, but the only active tab is company info. But yeah, what's next? How do I talk to them? So you're gonna go click this connect button, and then this is where it becomes valuable for vendors because I'm indicating why I'm reaching out to you. So I tried to coin the term a source of unlimited self-qualified leads because it's unlimited leads. I'm qualifying myself. You could see the company I work with. You can see my job title, and Cody Kennedy verifies them. And I have no problem deleting an account. Don't give a shit. Yeah. So this is like our golden egg, like a golden goose.
So real quick, let's talk about how you onboard people so that you do verify and validate them. How does that work? So if Chase Cunningham wants to be on Connect, how do I do it?
You go to connect.io/register slash or something. I forgot what it was. And you sign in. It's just like signing up for a LinkedIn account. The profile follows you wherever you go. You can update your company. You can change yada yada yada. It's free and it's think of it as being able to think of like a Reddit mixed with like LinkedIn mixed with Netflix. Like it's a way to grow, learn, and communicate with industry peers in a vetted channel with um, the ability to reach out to salespeople about vendors and not get your shit blown up.
Okay, fair. And so here's where you're saying update your connector status, right?
And so I'm reaching out to connect out of the vendor account. All right. So I'm like, well, I'm just exploring for now. Let's chat. Scroll down here. And then this is exactly what it looks like. Whoops. This is what it looks like. You have a conversation. You can just send them. It's literally as easy as texting or as easy as messaging on LinkedIn. And say you have a conversation. Everything's going good. All right. Well, I'm comfortable enough to reveal myself. Okay. This is what I wish I could patent this. I tried. and it's very fucking expensive. Hence why I
Yes, it
said I
is.
tried. But so when I turn conceal off, your information is default on, or I mean, sorry, default concealed. And so on the vendor side, they just see connector, company name, status of project, and then your job title and the company. And so when I turn it off, this is when it comes buyer beware. Like you have the ability to reach out to them anonymously, but you know what? If you want to engage and you have all this information, this is what you're about to see, and the vendor's about to see this, and you're about to show this. So you just say, "Yep, awesome information is revealed," and then on the vendor side, they see all that in a bag of chips. But I will say for people that are watching, it is against my terms and conditions to solicit people without written consent on Connect. So keep that in mind. And then from here, one thing that is relatively new that we came out with is Classroom, and this is a channel for so people can come in here and they could join courses and sign up for courses and use if we have a discount code, use discount to when they're registering. Like this is Policy Wizard. We just partnered last week, and
And you can track CPEs and all that through there too.
well, I'm working on an engine to do that. It's so not a lot of people know that. Well, you can. I try to stay like not say the CPE stuff just because people don't like self-reporting. But if you attend an hour-long demo session, that's a 1 hour CPE credit. If you read a 250-page white paper, that's one CPE credit. So on and so forth. And so that's one reason why, like, that's another value prop behind users that I probably should start talking about more. I just don't because I don't have it. I don't track it yet. And so I see squared. If you didn't charge me 30 grand to partner, I'd love to partner. That'd be phenomenal. But anyways, yes, the value prop, that's one of my biggest like things. Cause I mean, I love learning. And so I know not everyone else does, but that was a personal like, oh shit, if I could do all this stuff, but while keeping up my professional development and career development, then I would, you know?
Totally.
And but yeah, and then so this is the only thing right now that has reviews. You can actually leave reviews on these courses.